So, we're going to step inside Australia's first and only underground whiskey vault. Come on inside. It's Australia's first and only underground whiskey and spirit aging vault. This vault is built into Mount Arthur, so it goes back about 10 metres into Mount Arthur. Big stone walls, beautiful, cool, temperate climate for aging spirits in. The special spirit we've got to talk about today is our Solera style or barrel-aged gin. We do this in a traditional way that has often been done with ports and sherries and balsamic vinegars and other things, but we've actually applied the process to our gin. And because all the barrels we use, even though they might come from the same coop or the same forest, maybe the same age, they're always going to be a little bit different. A 150-year-old tree growing at the top of a mountain is going to be slightly different to a 150-year-old tree growing at the bottom of the mountain. One on the east side, on the west side. They're all going to basically produce wood with subtly different flavours. Now, the spirit coming out of it will be magnificent, but each spirit from each barrel is going to be different, slightly different. So this is the master cask. This was the first cask we filled 12 months ago. We take half of that and we put it into a bottle, and we can call it a 12-month-old aged spirit, in this case gin. But we don't put new gin into it. We take the February gin and put that into there. And then we put the March gin, half a barrel, to fill the February barrel. And we do that basically all the way through the Solera up until the December barrel, and we put new gin in there. So after the first month, we've taken half a barrel out and we've added half a new barrel of gin down here. In the second month, we repeat the process. We take half a barrel out of here and we move all of the barrels, all of the spirit in the barrels, one step to the right. And so we repeat that every month during the second year. And essentially what happens is the new gin that we put in the December barrel in January will have moved through each and every barrel, 1 month at a time, until in the third year it reaches the master cask. And so in the third year, when we take that half barrel out, it essentially is spirit that's spent 12 months minimum in 12 barrels. And so we've taken all those little fluctuations and all those little differences between all the barrels out by moving it. So it's a fractional system of blending, half a barrel at a time every month. It's a slow, laborious process, but it creates a magnificent spirit. And in fact, it doesn't end there. In fact, on both sides of this vault here, we've actually got 12 casks. So the resultant spirit we actually produce is the combination of 24 barrels that have been taking in gin over the last, well, in this case now, it's over the last 14 years. So this is the oldest, as far as I can tell, this is the oldest gin Solera in Australia. And there's one more piece of magic, and I need to show you on the barrel how it works. We can calculate how many molecules of spirit are in each barrel. We know the volume and we know the density of that liquid, and we've come up with a calculation of 2 times 10 to the power of 21. So 2 with 21 zeros. Now that has got a name, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of that number is, but that's hard to imagine. So get your brain around this. In the Milky Way, there's estimated to be 2 times 10 to the 9, so 200 billion stars. So if you imagine every star that's in the Milky Way was in fact a Milky Way full of stars, you end up with 4 times 10 to the 18. You're still short. In that scenario where you've got a sky full of galaxies full of stars, you still have less stars in that imaginary sky than molecules. Now, the beauty of this system is that because we're moving half stays. So there's always going to be a little bit of gin from that first production run 14 years ago, And we'll continue this for another 14 years, and there'll still be some of that original gin. And if you come here to sample it one day and do a tour with me and have some spirits straight from the barrel, I can guarantee you that when your children and when your grandchildren come back and we do the same tour and we do the same sampling, there'll be a little of the gin in your glass today, which will be in their glass in 4, 5, 10 generations' time. So we're connected over time. So the generations are connected together through the fabric of time, through this Solera system.